Uh, and why? I was telling the boys why. I was asking them why they think it's important. And I've come to accept this. See, it is not about that 5 minutes, that 10 minutes, that 15 minutes, that 1 hour that I spend and I'm solemn and I feel that I've connected with myself and walk away and carry no essence of that presence with me throughout the day. Higher place to be is to be in a place where all my interactions, my everyday interactions, my everyday actions, my everyday experiences are all geared towards giving me or maintaining that feeling and that state of liberation and that state of freedom. If it doesn't yield me that, it's a complete waste of time. The ability to be in and out of life, utilizing everyday experiences and occurrences for my true spiritual growth is the heart and the core of this journey or of this walk or of this path that I've chosen. Richard, who I'm hoping that is your path as well. Our meditative moments, our contemplative moments, our time of and what do they call it? Engaging with our intuitive selves is so done in an effort to become conscious to the point that we are able to free ourselves from ourselves. Because most of the time, guess what? We are the ones that are in the way of our own self. I was talking about motive and intent last week. It ties in with this as well. And I'll tell you this with hand on, what is it called, with hand on heart. If you see light in it, blessed are you. All of life, all of our interactions is about motive and intention and not merely action. What is going on in your heart when you interact with other humans and your environment is what your focus and your interest should be fixated on. Anything else outside of this spells drama and it spells disaster. You have no control and you have no idea how someone else is going to interpret your actions, how someone else or the spin someone is going to give to whatever actions or whatever thing you do. You don't have any control over that. So why should I take on another human's karma? Or being burdened with how they're going to interpret me, how they're going to understand me. It's too much. Because people often even see themselves instead of seeing you, even when you are coming from the place of the purest intent. So I'm a place in my life now. My concentration, my focus is doing all from a place of purest intention, as Shakespeare says, to thine own self be true. And accepting the outcome and the reactions of my actions as long as it's coming from a place of purity and true intent. That is the only thing I have control over. I can only make sure that my mind is pure. I can only make sure that my intentions are genuine. I can only take interest in my own motives and not be bogged down with having to explain myself, having to justify myself, having to force myself to be understood. It's too much work. I only have control over my own inner state. So long as my actions are not emanating from a place of personal motive, need, greed, or fear, I am at peace. And I tell you this, I live my life as an experiment. Okay? Some of you who know me, you might probably know this about me. Sometimes I do things it might sound stupid, it might look, but I do things with the intention of trying to find out. I push my limits sometimes, and I learn from these. Not everyone is that courageous to be like that. That is how I live, and I bless God for that. But I've come to make peace with this fact. When actions are coming from a place of ill intent and ill motive, okay, regardless how you color it up, regardless how you try to cover it up in sweet word, time will betray it. But if you're coming from the integrity of your heart and the honesty of your actions or the honesty of your motives, even if you are not communicating, you can't find the right words to communicate your thoughts and your intent. Even if you get misunderstood in the midst or in what's it called, in the way of it, time will justify your heart. I'm done.